Most people won't talk about it, but millions of women live with it every single day. Vaginal dryness is one of the most common and uncomfortable health issues facing women over 50. And yet, it's rarely mentioned by doctors, avoided in conversations with friends, and often misunderstood, even by those who suffer from it. If you've ever felt irritation, burning, discomfort during intimacy, or even just a sense that something isn't right, this episode is for you. Today on Second Sunrise, we're breaking the silence with real answers. You'll learn what causes vaginal dryness, how it impacts your daily life, and most importantly, what you can do about it. From natural remedies to medical breakthroughs, we're covering every option available, all backed by trusted scientific research. This isn't about embarrassment, it's about empowerment. Let's talk about what your body is telling you, because you deserve to feel good again. Welcome to Second Sunrise. Vaginal dryness refers to a lack of natural moisture in the vaginal walls, leading to discomfort, irritation, or pain. While it can occur at any age, it becomes significantly more common after menopause, affecting nearly 50% of postmenopausal women, according to the Mayo Clinic. The inside of the vagina is lined with mucous membranes that help keep the area lubricated, elastic, and healthy. Estrogen plays a key role in maintaining this natural moisture. When estrogen levels drop, especially during and after menopause, the vaginal tissues can become thinner, drier, and less flexible. This condition is medically known as vaginal atrophy or atrophic vaginitis. Common symptoms include a persistent feeling of dryness or tightness, itching or burning around the vaginal opening, pain or discomfort during intercourse, slight bleeding. After sex, increased risk of urinary tract infections and general irritation during daily activities, even while sitting. What's most surprising is how often these symptoms are overlooked or brushed off. Many women assume this is just part of getting older, and don't realize it's a condition that can be managed and treated. The National Institute on Aging notes that vaginal dryness can start even before menopause, during perimenopause, when hormone levels begin to fluctuate. It's also a potential side effect of medications like antihistamines, antidepressants, or certain cancer treatments. Importantly, vaginal dryness is not a hygiene issue. It doesn't mean you're not clean or healthy. It's a physiological response to hormonal shifts and other medical factors, and one that deserves medical attention and care. Why does this matter? Because untreated vaginal dryness can have a domino effect on your physical and emotional well-being. Painful intimacy can lead to avoidance, which may create distance in relationships. Discomfort throughout the day can affect your sleep, your confidence, and even your willingness to engage socially. Some women feel too embarrassed to talk about it, even with their doctor. But here's the truth. This is a common treatable condition, and understanding what it is the first step toward taking control. Now that we understand what vaginal dryness is, let's talk about the why. Because the more you understand your body, the better you can take care of it. The primary cause of vaginal dryness in older women is a decline in estrogen levels. Estrogen is the hormone responsible for keeping vaginal tissues thick, elastic, and well lubricated. During menopause, estrogen production drops significantly. That sudden hormonal shift leads to thinner vaginal walls, reduced blood flow, and a sharp decrease in natural moisture. But menopause isn't the only trigger. Most cases of vaginal dryness begin during perimenopause, the years leading up to menopause. Estrogen levels fluctuate, sometimes wildly, before stabilizing at much lower levels after menopause. These fluctuations can cause symptoms to come and go, sometimes catching women off guard. Certain medical procedures can fast-track the onset of dryness. Surgical removal of the ovaries, oophorectomy, chemotherapy, and radiation, especially when targeting the pelvic area, can lead to an abrupt drop in estrogen. This is sometimes called surgical menopause. and the symptoms tend to be more intense and sudden. Many common medications have the unintended side effect of drying out mucous membranes, not just in the mouth or eyes, but in the vaginal area as well. Medications known to cause dryness include antihistamines, antidepressants, blood pressure medications, asthma medications, and hormonal treatments for breast cancer like tamoxifen. If you've started experiencing symptoms after beginning a new medication, this may be an important clue. Certain chronic illnesses can interfere with your body's natural lubrication mechanisms. Diabetes, autoimmune disorders, and Sjogren's syndrome are known contributors to dryness. Even frequent or chronic urinary tract infections can create irritation that mimics or worsens dryness. Don't underestimate the impact of everyday habits. Smoking reduces blood flow to the vaginal area, impairing your body's ability to maintain healthy tissue. High levels of stress can throw off your hormone balance, which in turn affects moisture production. Even dehydration plays a role. If your whole body is low on water, your mucous membranes will feel it first. Believe it or not, regular sexual activity, including non-penetrative intimacy, can help keep the vaginal tissues healthier by increasing blood flow and stimulating lubrication. Lack of stimulation over time may cause the tissues to become less responsive. The causes of vaginal dryness are complex and often layered, meaning it's rarely just one thing. That's why understanding the bigger picture is key. Knowing the possible triggers allows you to make smarter decisions about what to avoid and what to pursue in terms of treatment. Vaginal dryness isn't just a private inconvenience. It's something that can quietly affect your entire life, and often it starts with small discomforts that gradually begin to wear you down. Physically, the symptoms can show up in many ways. You might feel a constant dryness or irritation, even while going about normal daily activities. For some, there's a sensation of itching or burning that just won't go away. Sitting for long periods or wearing certain clothes might make things worse. But perhaps the most distressing symptom is pain during intimacy, a condition known as dyspareunia. This kind of discomfort can create a sense of dread around something that once brought connection, closeness, and joy. It can cause women to avoid sex altogether, not out of lack of interest, but because it simply hurts. This avoidance, over time, can lead to more than just physical distance. It can strain emotional bonds in even the strongest relationships. Partners may feel confused, rejected, or helpless. Many women stay silent about what's really going on, either out of embarrassment or because they don't want to be a burden. And that silence can lead to isolation. Emotionally, vaginal dryness can take a significant toll. When your body doesn't feel right, it affects your confidence. You may feel less feminine, less attractive, or even ashamed, though none of that is true. These feelings are common, but rarely spoken aloud. Many women report avoiding social events, travel, or even daily errands because of fear of irritation or discomfort. Sleep is another casualty. Persistent irritation or the need to urinate frequently due to vaginal changes can lead to restless nights. Over time, poor sleep leads to fatigue, mood swings, and difficulty concentrating, creating a ripple effect in your overall well-being. And it doesn't end there. Discomfort can affect how you move, how you sit, how you dress. Some women find themselves choosing looser clothes, avoiding exercise, or giving up things they once enjoyed, just to reduce friction or irritation. What's most frustrating is how easily this all gets dismissed. Many women who do bring it up with a healthcare provider are told it's just aging, or are handed a quick prescription without any discussion. That lack of support only deepens the sense of frustration and helplessness. But here's the truth. You don't have to live with discomfort, emotional distance, or embarrassment. Vaginal dryness is a medical condition with real causes and real treatments. The good news is there are multiple treatment options available, and many of them are both safe and effective. Whether you prefer natural approaches, over-the-counter solutions, or medical treatments, there's a path that can work for you. Lubricants and moisturizers are often the first step. Lubricants are designed for use during sexual activity. They provide short-term moisture and reduce friction, which can ease discomfort. Look for water-based or silicone-based lubricants. Water-based lubricants like Astroglide or KY Jelly are easy to clean but may dry out quickly. Silicone-based lubricants last longer and don't absorb into the skin, making them ideal for longer sessions or more severe dryness. Vaginal moisturizers such as Replens or Hyalo-GYN are applied regularly, usually every few days, to maintain consistent hydration. These don't just mask symptoms, they help rebuild moisture levels over time. Some products include hyaluronic acid, a naturally occurring substance in the body known for retaining moisture. Always check labels for added fragrances or irritants, especially if you have sensitive skin. If OTC options aren't enough, it may be time to talk to your doctor about prescription estrogen therapy. Estrogen is the hormone that supports vaginal health, and local estrogen treatments restore it directly to the affected tissues, with very little being absorbed into the bloodstream. Topical estrogen creams like Estrace or Premarin are applied inside the vagina, typically a few times per week. Vaginal estrogen rings like Estring are flexible devices inserted into the vagina and left in place for up to 90 days. Estrogen tablets, such as Vagifem, are inserted vaginally and used on a scheduled basis. These treatments are generally well tolerated and can significantly improve elasticity, blood flow, and natural lubrication. According to the North American Menopause Society, in NAMS, the risks of localized estrogen therapy are minimal, especially compared to systemic hormone replacement. Still, women with a history of estrogen-sensitive cancers should consult their specialist before use. For women looking to avoid hormones, there are natural alternatives, though evidence varies. Coconut oil is a popular home remedy due to its moisturizing properties and antimicrobial benefits. Aloe vera-based gels are gaining popularity and may offer soothing benefits with fewer side effects. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oil supplements may support tissue health and reduce dryness over time, according to early studies. Modern technology is also offering promising solutions like laser therapy and PRP therapy. While more research is needed, many women are finding relief through these innovative approaches. With so many treatment options available, it can be hard to know where to start. Should you go natural? Try estrogen cream. What about supplements or lifestyle changes? That's where science comes in. Medical experts and organizations like NAMS, Mayo Clinic, and ACOG have spent years researching what actually works, and their conclusions are clear. Vaginal dryness is highly treatable, and localized estrogen therapy is often the most effective option. According to NAMS and ACOG, vaginal estrogen creams, tablets and rings are the gold standard for women with moderate to severe dryness, especially if over-the-counter options haven't helped. Why? Because they treat the root of the problem, thinning and inflammation caused by estrogen loss. And since these treatments are applied locally, they carry minimal systemic risk. Most women can use them safely for years with little concern, even into their 70s and 80s. For women unable or unwilling to use hormones, there's still good news. Vaginal moisturizers like Replens and Hyalo-GYN have shown statistically significant improvements in comfort, elasticity, and hydration in multiple clinical trials. They're especially helpful when used consistently 2 to 3 times per week. A 2021 review in the journal Menopause found that women who used moisturizers over 12 weeks reported a 58% reduction in daily discomfort, even without any hormones. Omega-3 fatty acid supplementation has also shown potential. In a small double-blind study, postmenopausal women who took 1,000 milliliters of fish oil daily experienced increased vaginal lubrication and reduced inflammation markers over 8 weeks. And while more research is needed, aloe vera-based vaginal gels are gaining attention for their soothing and hydrating effects. In one randomized trial, women reported a significant improvement in vaginal pH and moisture after 4 weeks of use. Scientific evidence also supports the role of exercise, specifically pelvic floor exercises like Kegels, in improving vaginal tone and sensitivity. Regular movement increases blood flow to the pelvic region, which supports tissue health and natural lubrication. Hydration and diet play important roles too. Phytoestrogens, plant-based compounds found in flaxseed, soy, and legumes, may offer mild estrogen-like effects. While not strong enough to replace medical therapy, they can support long-term balance when included in a consistent diet. Avoiding irritants is also key. Perfumed soaps, douches, and harsh laundry detergents can disrupt vaginal flora and make dryness worse. Choose fragrance-free, pH-balanced products whenever possible. Ultimately, the best approach is the one tailored to you. Most experts recommend starting with a conversation with your doctor to determine the cause and severity of your symptoms. From there, it may be a matter of combining moisturizers, targeted therapy, and simple lifestyle changes to create a plan that actually works and sticks. You deserve a life without constant discomfort, without avoiding the things and people you love. And the science is on your side. One of the hardest parts of dealing with vaginal dryness isn't just the discomfort, it's starting the conversation. For many women, especially those over 60, this topic feels personal, even embarrassing. But here's the truth. Your doctor has likely heard it before, and they're there to help, not judge. Taking control of your health starts with speaking up. Before your appointment, jot down your symptoms. When did you start noticing them? Are they constant or only during intimacy? Are you using any products now? Lubricants, moisturizers, medications? Also note any new medications or changes in health since the symptoms began. This helps your doctor identify possible causes and make targeted recommendations. You don't have to use medical terms. You can say, "I've been feeling dry and uncomfortable lately. Intimacy has become painful, and I'm not sure what to do. Could this be related to menopause or a medication I'm on?" Doctors appreciate honesty. You won't shock them and you won't be judged. In fact, they'll likely appreciate that you're taking your health seriously. Be sure to ask, "What are my treatment options? Are local estrogen therapies safe for me? Should I consider natural alternatives? Are there any products I should avoid?" And don't forget to ask about follow-up. How soon should you notice improvement? When should you report back if symptoms persist? If your doctor brushes off your symptoms or makes you feel uncomfortable, seek a second opinion, preferably from a gynecologist who specializes in postmenopausal care. You have every right to get answers and feel supported. Remember, asking for help isn't a weakness, it's a strength. And when it comes to your comfort, confidence, and quality of life, you deserve a doctor who listens. Sometimes the most powerful healing begins when we realize we're not alone. Meet Linda, 67 years. Old retired teacher, married for over 40 years. I thought it was just part of aging, something I had to live with. I was embarrassed to bring it up, even with my husband. Intimacy became something I avoided, and I felt guilty. Finally, I mentioned it to my doctor. She listened, offered options, and within weeks, I felt like myself again. It saved my marriage and my confidence. Then there's Maria, 72, widowed and newly dating again. After my husband passed, I never imagined I'd start a new relationship. But when I did, I was horrified to discover how uncomfortable things had become. A friend told me about aloe-based gels and moisturizers. I did my research, talked to my doctor, and found a routine that works. I'm not just surviving, I'm enjoying life again. And Patricia, 65, breast cancer survivor. Chemo threw my body into menopause overnight. The dryness was unbearable. Hormones weren't an option, so I worked with a specialist to find alternatives. I now use omega-3s, a pH-balanced moisturizer, and focus on hydration and diet. It's not perfect, but it's manageable, and I feel empowered again. These stories are not rare. They are the quiet realities of millions of women who suffer in silence, thinking their discomfort is just how it is. But here's the truth. Relief is possible, comfort is possible. A better quality of life is absolutely within reach. You don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to live in shame. If any of these stories sounded like yours, let this be your sign. It's time to take the next step. Let's take a moment to remember something important. Vaginal dryness is common, but it is not something you have to accept. It's not just aging, it's a real condition with real solutions. Whether you choose natural remedies, medical treatments, or a blend of both, you now have the knowledge to make informed decisions and the confidence to speak up for your health. You deserve comfort. You deserve connection. You deserve to feel good in your own body at every age. If this video helped you, or if you think it could help someone you love, please take a moment to click like, subscribe to Second Sunrise, and share it with others. Your support helps this channel reach more people who need it. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below, whether it's a question, a personal story, or just to say hello. Thank you for being here. This is Second Sunrise, where health, hope, and healing begin again.